It just depends on where they're at, but just based on what I've done in my journey, I mean, yeah, marketing, ads, sales, getting email copywriters, editors, sales training the rest of your staff, sales training your front desk staff. So when the phone rings and they get asked, do you accept my insurance? They're not just saying, nope, okay, bye.
Yeah.
You need to have a script. You need to know what to say in those scenarios to get your potential patient from a window shopping, money-based mindset to a value-based mindset, to get them in, to show your worth, and now you're getting patients that you otherwise would have lost.
Yeah, I'm super impressed at how the hybrid-based program really includes everything a doc is going to need based upon where they're at, as you said. So different docs might be at different points in their careers and their own journeys, and you being able to provide the tools and resources necessary for everything they need to implement, I think is just so massively impactful because it helped docs then get the results that they want, which is to help more people and make more money. When we talk about implementation, I know this can vary, but is a doc coaching and training 6 months before they get started, a year before they get started? Or what's the typical implementation time from when a doc gets started to when they can start utilizing the hybrid-based program with patients in their community?
Yeah. Here's a funny question. We talk to a lot of our clients who've been in other courses and stuff like that in the past, and they're almost always in year-long courses, and that always baffles us. Because I look at it from the same vantage point of when I was starting my practice, when I was brick and mortar at that time, and I would hear that patients had been working with other chiros and PTs for 6 months, 12 months, still in the same position. And I'm like, yo, I'm getting you better in 3 to 4 visits. Why is it taking other people so long?
Right.
I have the same viewpoint with the question you just asked me. I mean, our average client that's in a good position that comes to us, we're doubling revenue usually within 60 days for a lot of our docs. It should not be a long process if you've actually done it. That's one of the biggest things is I'm a fellow chiro who actually did it. Majority of the coaching services out there are not that scenario. So usually with a brick and mortar doc, we work with them 2 months. That's usually it. If someone wants to go 100% online, hey Grant, I have this expertise. I want to package it online. I want to build a sell it to the world. It usually takes us 3 months to build them a 6-figure online business that they can run from there. Should not take long if you know what to do.
That is awesome. Well, what haven't I asked you that you know docs need to know?
Oh my gosh. How should I structure my ad? How do I convert views to new patients? How do I get my website to convert more new patients? What's the best sales process to charge my worth? I mean, these are all the topics that I get giddy about teaching our clients to help them make more and help them get more new patients. But what do you think would be most valuable to them?
I think the most valuable thing is letting docs know how they can connect with you and your team to be able to learn more and to be able to go deeper, to be able to ask those questions and to be able to understand how they can take the action steps necessary for them to get the results that they want. We have a lot of docs listening and watching that really pride themselves on the research, that pride themselves, just as you have, on being a great clinician, but are not reaching the impact levels in terms of the number of people or the revenue based upon sometimes limiting beliefs and sometimes just not having the tools, systems necessary. I think a lot of your program solves an overwhelming majority of that for most of the docs out there. So how should they connect with you to learn more?
Here's what I think would be the most impactful. Obviously, there's multiple areas of this, but let's make it simple. For anyone watching or listening to this, if you go to my Instagram and you just DM me, and my page is called rehabfix. Hopefully you've heard of me or seen me by now, but if not, you're about to start seeing it because the algorithm. If you just DM me the word 7-figure formula, our system will shoot over to you a training where I document how I went from 0 to 3 million followers, over 3 million followers organically on social media, because a lot of docs want to know, okay, I need to get into social media. How should I post? What should I post? How do I do this? So I'll show you how I grew so quickly. I'll show you how I convert views into actual new patients in the office. So I'll show you the step-by-step sales process that we take them through to get views to new patients. And then ultimately how we structure and offer and how we can close at our worth. Just DM me the word 7-figure formula and we'll send it over.
I love it. Thanks so much for checking out that interview. If you liked it, we have plenty more available. You can check out the next interview right here.